13 Middle-class money traps that will keep you poor forever. The middle class often deals with money challenges that the poor and the rich don't have to deal with on such a large scale. For one, people in the middle class tend to have debt, which can sometimes be difficult to pay off. In addition, it can be hard to figure out how much money you need to set aside for retirement when you're not making enough to save as much as you should and still pay your bills each month. Luckily, there are plenty of money traps that the middle class commonly falls into that you can avoid if you know about them ahead of time. In this video, we are going to tell you 13 middle-class money traps that will keep you poor forever. If you don't miss the amazing things to know, then hit the like and subscribe button for more and more amazing information. 13. Paying off debt. It's a vicious cycle. The less money you have, or can save, the more you feel like paying off debt has to be your top priority. But while it's necessary to chip away at debt slowly over time, that 0% interest rate will never get any lower. Focusing too heavily on paying off your credit cards and student loans can leave little room for savings and other investments that could help create real wealth down the road. If you want out of debt for good, consider setting up a plan where you gradually pay off high-interest debts like credit cards first, then address your low-interest loans, like those from school, last. 12. Homeownership and expenses. Owning a home can be a great way to increase your net worth, as long as you don't let homeowner expenses and upkeep get out of control. Make sure you have adequate insurance coverage to help with unexpected issues, like high-priced plumbing repairs, and trim down monthly bills like utilities by setting up automatic billing. Don't forget about renter's insurance either, as many renters are finding out. It's not an optional expense when it comes to keeping your stuff protected. It's also worth noting that other factors can affect your home's value, such as rising property taxes or nearby construction. The point is, owning a home isn't a guaranteed way to increase your net worth. 11. Being in the red. The first step toward saving money is to stop digging yourself into debt. Though you may enjoy buying your way through life now, taking on too much debt can make it harder to save for a future goal. Rather than being in and out of credit card debt every few months, try not to charge more than you can pay off at once. If you're worried about having cash when it's time to make a purchase, try establishing a line of credit at your bank or look into getting an interest-free payment plan. Banks are often willing to work with consumers who are otherwise paying their bills on time. 10. Buying new. Buyer's remorse is a very real thing, and buying new cars, computers, or TVs on credit only makes it worse. If you need something new, save up for it or shop secondhand. Or better yet, ask for it as a gift. It might take a little longer to get what you want, but once you do, it will last longer and be worth more. And who knows? Maybe then your phone won't drop calls and you won't have to look into getting a new car before your lease is up. 9. Taking out student loans. After paying for tuition, housing, transportation, and books, you may still have some money left over to feed yourself. But that doesn't mean you can afford a college loan. Not only do these come with high interest rates that will get higher when your grace period ends, usually 6 months after graduation, but you might also start your career buried in debt without even a full-time job yet. Plus, student loans aren't dischargeable in bankruptcy court like other forms of debt, so try not to use them unless necessary. If you do have to take one out, be sure to keep an eye on your credit report after graduation to ensure nothing goes wrong with your loan servicing and payments. 8. Bad investment habits. How many of your friends do you think are investing in ways that might not be conducive to their success? According to a Bankrate survey, 42% of Americans have either never invested or don't know if they have any investments. Not knowing what we're doing is one thing. But plenty of folks is misinformed about investing basics. The same survey showed 30% think bonds pay higher interest than savings accounts, and more than 20% think that stocks drop in value every time there's a recession. 7. Investing at all. The first big money trap middle-class people often fall into is a lack of investing. Without investing, you can't make serious gains in your earnings. Even with just $50 or $100 a month, you can begin to see significant increases in savings with time. There are a wide variety of investment options out there, and knowing which one is right for you comes down to understanding risk tolerance, financial goals, and more. Your broker should be able to help guide you as well if you need additional assistance. 6. Getting stuck with car payments forever. For many middle-class Americans, a car is a necessity, not a luxury. Unfortunately, due to skyrocketing gas prices and high car insurance rates, it's no longer as simple as saving up for your dream ride and making payments until you own it. You might be better off leasing your ride, and here's why: leasing gives you access to vehicles that may be outside of your monthly budget range. With leases averaging about $350 per month and traditional financing averaging about $400 per month, that doesn't include taxes or maintenance costs, it makes sense to see what your options are before jumping into an auto loan. 5. Overcharging on credit cards. Your credit card might have an introductory 0% APR offer. But as soon as that offer ends, you could be on a runaway train of high interest rates and late fees. Make sure to read every line of your credit card contract, yes, even if it's 100 pages long, before you sign up so you know what you're getting into. As soon as your introductory period is over, call your credit card company and ask to opt out of any promotional offers. You don't want to miss those 0% deals. It's also smart to check with a few different companies for better deals when these offers come up so you can weigh your options. Many people end up paying hundreds more per year by just sticking with one company. 4. Getting your identity stolen. Identity theft is a lot more common than you think. In fact, according to one study, there are over 2 million cases of identity theft reported every year, and only 15% are caught by victims. In other words, if you have your identity stolen, there's an 85% chance that you will never know it happened. So don't make it easy for crooks to steal your personal information by creating paper trails around everything you do. If you don't need it, don't keep records of it. Here are some ways to protect yourself. 3. A car loan. Middle-class people love their cars. The issue is they use money on their car they could use for a down payment on a home. The wealthy do purchase nice cars, they just wait until they have cash flow to cover it from a rental. For example, if I buy a rental and my rental kicks off $500 a month in cash flow, I can then afford a $500 a month car payment. If you currently need a car, buy one with cash and buy it used. Save the bulk of your money for something that makes you money. 2. Selling your first home. Many middle-class families feel living the dream is starting out in a small home and then selling it and slowly graduating to a bigger and bigger place to live. This is not how the wealthy operate. The wealthy keep their starter home and use it as a rental. That rental will kick off more cash in the long run than selling it for a lump sum now. 1. Waiting until you are older to invest. Many middle-class families don't teach their children to invest. It is important to start investing when you're young because inflation and compounding interest help you to make more money over time. Instead of getting in debt and then having to get out of debt, it is important that kids learn to budget and then save in their 20s. No matter where you are currently in life, it is important to learn the skills the rich use to build wealth. Sometimes what you have always been taught isn't the best advice. The number one piece of advice I can offer is to not be afraid of debt. Good debt, like fixed-rate mortgages, can make you wealthy over time. Fixed debt is helped by inflation, which we will continue to see for years to come. If the government is going to inflate away their debt, why can't you inflate away yours as well? Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video, with another information.